So I have so many things to share in this single video, so let me start things one by one. Otherwise, if my mind opens many tabs at once, it would crash. Definitely, I know about it. I know myself and I know my mind that how much it is powerful. So first thing is, I remember reluctantly I agreed to learn English. I have seen so many people, they are passionate about learning English. That's why they start learning English. But in my case, it's nothing like that. I'm not someone who started learning English because I am passionate about it. No. I started learning English out of the pressure of my dreams. Because deep down I also knew that I can't compromise my future just because of the presumptive distraction and comfort zone. The wildest journey of my life begins there only. Let me share that I was not born with fluency and nobody is born with it. We have to develop skills and any kind of abilities after we come in this world. One suggestion I would give here, that if you don't know English, do not go for interviews. Trust me, if you do this, it's going to be most horrifying part of your life. If you don't know English and still you are going for interview, it's going to be horrible. Why am I saying this? Just imagine five pairs of eyes just looking at you, just staring at you, that they are just about to post-mortem you. I have experienced it, that's why I'm sharing it. I had a lump in my throat. I felt my throat is going to dry. I am lacking the courage, even though I have right answer, but still I'm lacking the courage to answer. That time I didn't know English language. That time I only knew the language which was silence. Silence was the best language which I knew. Trust me, in that interview, I felt like life was playing a cruel joke with me. That was the time when I couldn't even express my ideas. I was not very verbal with my ideas, with my thoughts, with my experiences. As I already told you, silence was the best language. I had so much to share but had no words to describe it. You know what? That's where I realized how important this language is, and not just to communicate this language is a bridge to achieve our dreams, to achieve confidence, to achieve courage. And you believe it or not, day by day English language is becoming more crucial, more significant to grow in our career. Only there are a few fields in which English language or communication skills are not important. Otherwise, it's necessary each and every field. Of course, I didn't start from anything special because there are only four fundamentals to learn English: read, write, listen, and speak. That's what I also did with consistency. And slowly my that silence turned into words, sentences, confidence, courage, and this is how I'm speaking today. And still I'm learning, because learning is a lifelong process. There are three types of learners in this journey, and of course I fell in the third category, who doesn't give up. Even though I hit the rock bottom in this journey, I felt like giving up so many times. I had so many ups and downs, but still every time I refused to give up. Let me tell you one incident. I was talking to a stranger. I was doing a practice speaking, and there my call got connected with a stranger, and there we were just discussing ChatGPT, and the conversation was going smoothly. And there one sentence came that ChatGPT is helpful. Okay, that was the sentence, I think so. And instead of saying this, that ChatGPT is helpful, I said he is helpful to learn English. Oh my god, I don't know that mistake was so big or not, but the other co-learner, he started laughing his heart out. This mistake was not that big that he is assuming or he is laughing. क्या हो गया, चैट जीपीटी को मैंने ही बोल दिया. Okay, I have to say that it is useful or chat GPT is useful. तो क्या हो गया अगर मैंने ही बोल दिया. This way he was making me feel embarrassed, but English नहीं आती थी मुझे. I know the disrespect. I know this thing from my childhood that if someone is disrespecting, then you have to give disrespect in return. See, forgiveness is a part of God. God is doing it, but you are not a God. If somebody is making you feel embarrassed, disrespecting you, then I also remembered that disrespect, and same thing I also did. Or anybody is laughing at you, it means that person doesn't know that how many hurdles you are facing in this journey. Otherwise, that person never laugh at you. Okay, forget about this. I'm not gonna talk about such people, right? I knew that the road to fluency would not be a walk in a park, but still I decided to bite the bullet and I decided to face my fears because I knew the importance of English. I realized that a silent person is just like a closed box. No matter how much knowledge you have, but if you do not speak out that knowledge, you are a closed box only. And I didn't want to be a closed box anymore. I wanted to be a open book. Let me give you an example. A bird who is resting on a tree is never afraid of breaking the branch because that bird trusts its wings. Same way, if I am hungry, so nothing can come between me and my food. That's how hungry I am for my dreams, for my goals. See, I am not someone who gulp down poison and remain silent. I always wanted to scream, achieve, and shine. Now I don't think I need to tell you that what are the strategies, tips and techniques, what are the fundamentals you need to follow. You already know about it because so far you have watched so many videos on YouTube. Same thing, that what should I do to master fluency in this language. You already know all these things. Listening, writing, reading and speaking is everything. So do it however you want, whatever time you are able to manage, just manage it anyhow. And of course, hurdles are going to come. Sometimes you will complain that you are not having time, your family is not supporting, you do not have people with whom you can practice. But along with your excuses, you know the solutions as well. Okay, only your actions are remaining. So just try to follow your actions. Just try to focus on actions instead of your excuses, because the only thing which is in your hands is your efforts. That's the only thing which is in our capacity, which is efforts. So just do your efforts every day with consistency. That's what did I, and today I can sense a difference. At the end, stop blabbering to your circumstances, to your parents, to your God. If your actions are in your hands, everything is in your hands. Okay, I hope that's it for today's video. I will see you in the next video very soon, and still if you have any question, any query, then feel free to ask in the comment box. I'm ready to answer that.